Hello, everyone. Welcome to this Bettermode Creator series. Today, I'm pumped. I got Caio Calderari with me. Welcome, Caio. Thank you for coming today. Welcome to
Hello.
Bettermode Creator series.
Hi, everyone.
Yes.
Thanks, Francisco, for inviting me. It's an honor to be here attending this event and sharing a little bit of my knowledge with other folks trying to use no-code tools as well and build something amazing.
Yes, yes, I agree. Now, I'm really excited because this is our very first episode of this series. And now as Better Mode, we have done a big shift the last month. Now, from being a product focused on community builders and now turn into a web app builder that actually can deliver amazing communities, but on top, you can build anything you want. Now, our product has evolved tremendously during the last year. That's why now we feel that we are in a position where we can help everyone in the no-code space to leverage the value of the platform and to serve their clients, their companies, even for internal tools and all that. So that's the purpose of this series. Try to highlight the value that no-code tools has for companies today for different purposes. It's not about communities only. No, even though today you're going to show yours, but it's to expand the universe. So
Mhm.
let's start with the basics. Now, for instance, what I got from Caio is no code expert, startup founder, senior product designer with 17 years of experience in digital products and startups. Also, Caio is a DJ. Also, Caio love bikes and Brazilian style hamburgers and barbecues.
Yeah.
So maybe we are very close in that side. But yeah, but tell me then, who is Caio? That's the first question. Who is Caio?
Yeah. Yeah, like you mentioned, I entitle myself this way. I'm a no-coder, designer, and startup founder. Those are the three areas of expertise that I shine in and that I've been working on for the past few years. So basically joining, like merging design since I became a designer 15 years ago. I wanted to build things, get this creative side out of my mind and then put things into the world and build things. And then that's why I decided to use no code tools and wanted to learn how to use no code tools so then I could build my own things, my own ideas. And that as a result made me become a startup founder as well. And I really got into startups because I wanted to build businesses as well and solve people's problems and all that. So that's why I describe myself as a designer, no coder, and startup founder. But if I was to just say one word, I think I am a creative person, like an inventor. And design, no code, and startups is a way for me to get to this and build things and create things that I think about and want to build.
Sounds great. These days, it's way easy to understand when people talk about no code,
Yeah.
but was not the same 5 years ago, right? Like I think
No.
that I don't know, the last 2 years, this became like a strong movement. No, thanks to, of course, many players on the space now. But tell me, how did you discover the no-code world? What happened?
Yeah, that's interesting because to me, I discovered no code really in an early stage when it wasn't even called no code at all. The first no code tool, if we can say it's a no code tool, I believe it is, that I used was Front Page, and it was in high school. I was able to learn this tool, build my first website, and then I got fascinated about it. I was like, okay, I can build it myself without coding. And then I started using other no code tools at the time, Dreamweaver, then WordPress. But at that time, it wasn't called no code. It was just like another way for you to build in a visual way. And then a couple years later, then the term came up, and then I was like, oh, actually, I'm using no code tools for quite some time. And now we have a word for it. And then new tools appeared in the market and it got really more like powerful and exciting to use those tools. And as a designer, I was like, okay, I like to build things, but coding is not my thing. I don't want to like learn a lot of coding. I learned like just the basics, HTML, CSS, and a little bit of JavaScript, but that was it. Like I was like, okay, that's enough code for me. And that's why I jumped into the no code space, because I was like, okay, if I don't need to learn code myself, but I still can build things and build my ideas on my own, that's amazing. And then that's why I decided to use and learn even more no code tools. And since then, and I've been using no code tools and also teaching people how to use no code tools, because to me it was so liberating. It was so fascinating that I was like, okay, I need to share this with other people as well. So maybe other people like me wanting to build their own ideas might do the same as well. So that's how I
Yeah, yeah.
I discovered no code.
Yeah, it's a good story. I think that the big advantage when it comes to no code is that the backend that was the hard part for no coders now can
Mhm.
be built without knowing the no code. That probably is like the big like gap that the no code tools are filling for those that no. I'm not a developer either, but I'm still like you. I'm happy to try to build anything as well. So yeah, when I understood that, it was a relief. Yeah, I am with you on that. Now
Yeah, and now
there is
it's
a
even more
Hmm?
powerful. Before it was just like for websites, simple landing pages, stuff like that, which was already nice and very powerful. But now, like you mentioned, you can build way more complex types of projects using no code. So that's amazing.
Yeah, totally. Even we have heard of SaaS founders that have built and even raised a few millions just building
Mhm.
MVPs or even kind of ready to go SaaS products with no code tools. So yeah, it's the potential is huge.
Yeah.
Now, I think that there is stages during the career of no coders. Now, for instance, maybe at the beginning you were exploring the no code world, learning the tools, then building projects for yourself, like kind of side projects or hobby projects, things like that. But
Yeah.
when the no code tools turn for you as kind of a career way or a real way for you to run a business, and to even charge clients for the knowledge or the projects that you could deliver using no-code tools. When that happened, when was that change? Can you tell us a bit?
Yes, for sure. So yeah, like you mentioned, um, the first initial projects that I created using no code tools were my own projects. So I was like trying to build my side projects or ideas that I had while still working as a full-time designer. And then I was like, okay, I need to build this idea or this startup project for myself. And then I was like, okay, I don't have a lot of money to invest right now. How can then I build this without relying on developers or hiring anyone, or even having to code everything myself? So those were the first initial experiments that I did. Started learning a couple no-code tools, testing a few different options, and started building my initial projects. Sometimes websites, sometimes e-commerce stores, sometimes apps or simpler ideas, MVPs. Then once I understood, okay, this is helpful, this works. Now let me talk to my bosses inside the companies that I was working for. Hey, what about we build the company website using a no-code tool? For instance, we ended up building the company's website using Webflow at the time. And that was like an interesting process for me to like talk to other people, convince them about no code, telling them about this new possibility, and then having them asking all the questions like, is this gonna work? Is this safe? How does it work up? What about the after the project is done? And then I had this experience convincing my peers and coworkers and convincing the companies that I was working for that no code was a viable option. And then I started building a couple projects internally. Then when I went to other companies, I started teaching people a little bit about no code, creating presentations. And then I think 2019 and 2020, when I was already doing that, then I started creating content about it, created my first YouTube channel around no-code tools. Then it started working well. Then I started my own courses company around no-code, and then I started creating a couple courses to teach people no code and also a little bit of design as well, because I think it's important in entrepreneurship. So I bundled all my skills into the courses and started helping people to learn no code tools and use no code as I was using at the time. So it's really interesting. And after that, it was like no code started growing, more people talking about it, some people asking for me to build projects for them. I built one mentorship platform using no code tools as well as an experiment, an MVP, which still exists until today. So I think the turning point was around 2019 and 2020. But I've been using no code tools way before that.
Wow, no, that's impressive. And uh, even though this is a series about better mode creators, we want to know what are your favorites? Like, what are your favorite tools these days?
Well, it's a tricky question because I'm not like a no coder that only uses one primary no code tool, because I believe like depending on the type of project, your personal preferences, and um, other criteria that you can consider when selecting a tool, the tool you want to use might change. But the tools that I use the most are, because I started early stage in the no code space, are the tools that became more popular when the no code term started to grow as well. So Webflow was like my first like passion in terms of no code tools. I really love how Webflow works, and I used Webflow a lot. I think it has an amazing user experience. It allows, like, as I come from a design background, it fulfills the desires and expectations of a designer when building using no code tools. So Webflow and then Bubble for all it's possible, and because it's powerful, although it's a little bit complex for beginners, but it's also very powerful. So there's no way to not mention Bubble. But then after a couple of years, I saw many new no-code tools appearing in the market. So I like Softer, I like Flutterflow a lot as well, WheelWeb, and then now more recently, Bettermode for sure. Like it's been amazing to see what is possible with this no-code tool. And now that you guys are changing it and making it better, I think it might even replace some other tools that I like to use as well. So, and we are going to talk about that later because I'm building my new platform using Bettermode, and it has been an amazing experience so far. And I hope it keeps evolving and bringing new features. So then we can
Yes,
use
yes.
it for
I'm
even
sure
more
my
different
my
use
founders are
cases.
taking notes right now. I'm sure I'm going to take this snippet and share it everywhere.
Yeah.
No worries, no
Yeah.
worries. Yeah.
But like it's not because I'm talking here with you. It's really an honest opinion. And if I didn't think that, I wouldn't even be here talking
Yeah,
to
yeah.
you and even
Just so you
using
know,
the
guys,
tool. Yeah.
we haven't paid a penny to Caio to be giving us this shout out today. We haven't
Mhm.
paid nothing,
Yeah,
nothing. It's just love. That's great. Thank you, Caio.
no
Now,
problem.
so I know I did the outreach. No, so I say, hey, Caio, I am
Yeah.
no head of growth and community for Bettermode. I have something cool to show you. But how did you end up deciding that Bettermode can be, no,
Hmm.
one of the tools for this project?
Yeah.
What which things are kind of helping you help you decide?
Hmm. Yeah. So, yeah, as you mentioned, you were the responsible for me discovering the tool, right? I wouldn't know about Better Mode if you hadn't reached out to me that day, and I'm thankful for that because it's really nice to know new tools, and I really like to like test new tools and see, oh, is this a viable option? And that was exactly what I did when you mentioned, okay, there is this tool here, test it, see if you like it. Then I did give it a try. And then I was like, okay, it's a nice tool. The usability is good. And I evaluate a lot of things like the usability, what I can build, how easy it is for me to learn. And for me, like it was really easy because I was like, okay, I understood how the tool works. I saw a lot of pre-made components and specific use cases, so it got really clear what was possible, but also the flexibility was something interesting because I saw that I could create a couple things that were like pre-built, but I also could build custom things and customize basically anything that I wanted to my own desire and needs. And that was something that really stood out because I was like, okay. And I like the fact like the logo has the toggle button, right? That you can turn
Yeah.
on and off. And that's exactly the experience when using the tool. You have a lot of actions and options, and then you can toggle on, off, or remove some of the features. And then this was really interesting and smart. And I think for me, like what I like about some no-code tools is that sometimes when you don't have like a lot of design background, even though I do have a design background, I always think about other people using no code as well, like because a majority of the people that will jump into the no code are those uh, non-technical people, right? So um, I always think, okay, if I'm teaching people no code and spreading the word about no code, it's important that I also find a way for non-technical people also to jump into the no code space and don't get completely lost, because I know, for instance, learning Bubble can be a little bit challenging for some people. And one thing that Bettermode has is like have a lot of pre-made blocks and components and even small templates that you can just click select and done, and you have everything done for you. And that is something that helps a lot when people are non-technical, because then they just don't have to build every little thing from scratch. And for me, like I already have this technical background, but it's also helpful because I don't have to build everything from scratch. So then I get to the desired result way faster. And I think that's the goal, right? Using no code is also about building faster. So that's why I really liked it. And I know you guys are like building
Yeah.
new features, improving the tool. So that's amazing. And it's going to become even more powerful in the long run as well. So good job.
Yes, that's great. That's great. Well, the shout is for the whole team. Now everyone is
Yeah,
like
yeah.
heads down, pushing, pushing, pushing. So Hale even, no, so Hale is the CTO, no, like the, no, sorry, CPO, Chief Product Officer, and he
Mhm.
created the slogan, no, better web apps, one toggle at a time, one
Yeah,
toggle
yeah.
at a time. No, so I think that your idea is close to what we want to put on our users' mind. So yeah,
Mhm.
that's great. Because now I need to put my better mode cap. My better mode
Very
cap.
nice.
Yes. Probably you'll get one soon. Check your doors.
Nice.
Now it's show and tell time. That's why I'm putting my better
Ah,
mode
okay,
cap.
got it. You have to be prepared
So
for that.
this is the exciting part. The exciting part. So now, Caio, you have been building, no, a
Yeah.
project with better mode. I
Mhm.
love it, especially the dark mode, blue accent. It's like hot. So I want for you to take a few minutes. You can do screen sharing and walk everyone through. Okay.
Mhm.
So I think that
Awesome.
I can
Let's do it.
I can change the view this way. There you go. So you have the spotlight now.
Okay, let me see here how I can share my screen in a second. Okay. Okay. Let me know if it's visible now.
Yeah, we do. We do. Go for it.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So, yeah, I'm using Bettermode to power my own platform. As I mentioned, I teach people how to use no code tools, and I created several courses in the past around different no code tools. And I needed a way to build my own website or platform and the courses platform and environment for the students. And then I talked to Francisco, and we had this idea of using Bettermode to build this project, and it's being very nice. So I was able to build this environment in less than a week, actually in a couple of days, but let's say a week. So it's a good number if you are wondering how much time you would need to build something, but in reality, you can do it in just a couple of days. And basically here I created, this is the homepage after people sign up and they log in. And here I'm using a lot of components. I'm going to show the backstage in a bit. So here's a component. I can change the text. I can change the image. Here are a few modules, the courses that I can dynamically create on the back end. And then I can say, okay, show the modules at the home page. I can choose how I can filter them, the structure, if I want to show an image or not, if I want to show a title, a description or not. So it's very flexible. Here, I added a couple more content blocks, and then I have pages, the about page, and basically I can choose the whole structure of the page and build this page exactly how I need this page to look like. And I can even embed external tools or services and show a calendar here. Let me refresh this just so I can show you.
Yeah.
And maybe my internet connection is not
Let's call Calendly.
Yeah, but this one also uses an external service. I'm using Tally as a form, and it's loading correctly now. So as you can see, you can embed things or other services and build even more things inside Bettermode. For instance, here I put all the lessons for this course, and then you can click, and then there's a YouTube video here, and then people can play the YouTube video. I can add the description. There are action buttons here so people can like, follow, share. They can also comment on a specific post. So yeah, on a specific lesson. Thank you, Francisco. Here I also build a area where I can
wow, that's great.
Every time I post a new YouTube video on my channel, a new video on my YouTube channel, I can add here
new
the
episodes.
videos. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So I'm
That's
using
beautiful.
the podcast
Template. Oh yeah.
Template, yeah, which was really helpful because I just clicked this option, and then I had everything almost ready. I just tweaked the design a little bit, but then I have the ability to add new content here. So then I can add like a title here. It's in Portuguese, so you guys know. And also I love that now I have the option to translate everything into Portuguese. I just changed this today, which is a nice addition because it was like half in English, half in Portuguese, and now it's everything.
Yes, we have the platform translated in 12 languages.
Yeah,
so the platform itself amazing. Can be translated. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let me jump into the admin panel because I think that's the most interesting,
exciting part.
Yeah, exactly. So here, for instance, I can configure how my project looks like. I have some collections and spaces, and then I can tweak and see the changes in real time. So for example, the home page, it's a lot of blocks and components. I can click here, and then I can it will highlight the hero banner, which is this component here. And here I can choose like, okay, I'm going to delete this, or click here to visualize settings. And I can change, like I mentioned, these components are like super easy to use. So if I say, for instance, oh, I want to change the style to a different style, then it's just a matter of clicking a few options and it will be completely different. And this gives you the flexibility to change the components and adapt them to different use cases and needs. And here you have like a lot of options. You can make it bigger, smaller, can change the images, use a video, a lot of things. So that's the nice part. And as I mentioned, like you click on a component, you double click it, you can also access the extra features. So it's always interesting because you have a component, then you start clicking, and then you will see a lot of different options that you can toggle on or off. And then this gives you the flexibility to maybe use a component in a very different way, and discover different ways to build your page using sometimes the same components or adding new components. Here, if you want to add a new component to the page, you can click the plus icon, and it will show you a bunch of different components you can use. And then using these components and configuring them, you can build like anything basically. I'm not gonna save
Of course, the
the
changes.
changes that I
Uh-huh.
made, but yeah,
Yeah. So
if you want to add
have you
something,
how
yeah,
did you build your navigation? How how did you manage to build your navigation? Because it's a full-fledged navigation, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So basically, there is a section here. Here you have like the collections and spaces, and then you can build and add new pages and group them. Like I grouped them like general. That I have the home page, then I have in welcome page. If I click, I go to the page. So here I have a welcome page. Um, I also have contact page. I have um, I have a mentorship page that we saw before. So basically, you create pages and you group them into spaces to organize this a little bit better. So, for instance, for the pages, I created for the courses, I created a couple pages and then I grouped them into a space that's called courses. Then I have the community, a lot of other pages, partners, and so on. So I can continue adding new spaces or new pages and grouping them as I prefer. So everything is organized. Then if you go here to header and sidebar, you have two options here. You can show a sidebar or not. So if you just uncheck this, it will completely remove this sidebar for the
More like a
entire
website feeling. More like a
project.
website
Yeah,
feeling.
yeah, it's
Mhm.
a global feature here. Either you show or hide, it will hide for all the pages. And basically I activated this option, and then once you do that, you will see the sidebar here, and then you can add components to the sidebar. And then I choose the collections menu component. I think when you click here, it's this one.
Yeah.
It's in Portuguese, but yeah, this
Spaces,
one,
spaces. Yeah.
collection. Yeah, yeah,
Menu the collection, menu the spaces. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
All
this
good.
one.
All good. That's
And
great. That's great.
And then here I have the first component, the link menu. So it's a little bit different because this one gives me the option to customize specifically, like it's not dynamic, it's static, but then I have the option to choose like the image that I'm gonna use, and it's nice. It provides a lot of emojis or icons, or you can even upload your own image or use a link, or even get an image from Unsplash. So it's very complete here and gives you a lot of options. So I chose the icon, then I put the text here, and then I define the location. So I can even click here to select an existing page or space, and then I create the link for this first part. If I change pages or anything, then I have to remember and come here and manually change them because, as I mentioned, they are not pulling from like any dynamic area. They are
Exactly.
manual, like static icons, items, static links. And then here for the courses, then it's a little more dynamic because it's pulling from my existing spaces. So then if I change the spaces, it will automatically update. And then here I can toggle on and off, and then show, okay, do I want to show the free courses section? Yes or no. Do I want to show the community pages? Yes or no. The partners? Yes or no. And then this gives me a lot of flexibility to just display pages that I want. And even I can change the order as well, which is very awesome and flexible. So that's the beauty of it. It's very intuitive and flexible, and you can just basically tweak it to your own desired taste or need. If I want to say, for
Yeah.
instance, I want this to go to the bottom, okay, it's just that, just do that, drag it down, and it will be ready. And then just remember, of course, to save the changes every time you change something.
Yeah, that's great. So what I wanted just to no, reinforce what you have
Hmm.
achieved is not only a place where you run courses. No, you have built
Yeah.
kind of a full website that on
Yeah.
top has the additional features to host the courses. We even host videos as well on top of the
Hmm.
ones that you put on YouTube. But we you can run a full-fledged website because we can see that you have a full web navigation at the top, no, like
Yes.
initial sobre cursos, mentoring, no. So people can actually build websites, no, like landing pages for their projects, and on top keep as part of the same experience community or courses or any other component, right?
Yes.
So
And
yeah,
it's
this site is
expanding.
impressive.
Yeah, it's very flexible. And for instance, I created a couple new areas. So the YouTube environment, then I put a place here for questions and answers. So this can become like a forum. I have also another module here to add suggestions, ideas, and feedback. Soon I'm going to be adding tools and resources. I can even have like a job board here as well. And all that's very easy and simple to build. I can even like, let's say I want to build a blog here. I can easily keep expanding this platform as I go. Because for instance, if I come here to the admin panel and I want to, let's say, I want to create a new page here. Let's say I want to add like a blog and then create a new page here, new space. It will give me a couple preset options here, a couple templates that I can use. I can choose, like, for instance, I want to build a community guideline. Let's say I need to allow people to know what they can or cannot do inside my community. So I don't need to build this from scratch because Bettermode provided me a template. And even if this template is not exactly what I wanted, I can quickly add this
Starting
and
point.
then customize this a little bit to fit my specific needs. But I also don't need to build this completely from scratch. And if I have no idea on how this page should look like, then I have a couple examples here, which is really amazing. If I want to build a blank page, I can also do that. And it's going to provide me this template. If I want to build like a landing page, it will show, okay, this is an alternative for you. Then if you want to change this, you can create and then change. For instance, if you need a place to show change logs, there is a template for you with a lot of pre-made features for you to use. Articles, let's say it's a blog. I want to add this articles template and it will give me like, oh, a header, the featured articles, other articles filtered by categories as well. And it will give me the entire blog structure just with one single click. And plus, not only that, but also the flexibility to say, okay, maybe I don't want this header, I don't want a featured section, just want the articles themselves. Maybe I want to change how the title looks like, or I want to just show the images or even change how the images look like or the card components. I can even show that, for instance, if I go here to the collections, I have here under the courses, I'm using like an articles component, but then here, as you can see, there is just the image and the title, but no description. How did I do that? I come here to the articles and I have a lot of options that I can configure, such as the layout. And here I'm using the gallery, but I can show this in a different way. I can show it as a card, as a list, and it will completely change how the same component is visualized. I can have a carousel as well. If I go even to the fields, I can customize the entire fields. Like, do I want to show the image or not? Do I want to show the title or not? Do I want to show something else that I have on the database, like cover image or information about who posted this article or lesson, the date? So I have all the toggles here that I mentioned about that allow you to really customize everything. So that's really amazing. It's very flexible and customizable, and that's what I liked about the tool, because then you can, if you just think a little bit outside the box, and think, okay, maybe this component is presented this way, but then with all the features that I have, all the options, I can make it work completely differently, and yeah, it's gonna allow you to put your creativity outside and then get
Yeah,
creative and do things in a different way. Also, I like the appearance tab as well. You can add your own logo, dark and light. You can also preview and have a lot of different themes as well. Let's say I just want to change everything from dark to light. I just click here and it will show me how my entire community will look like, the entire platform will look like, and I can see, okay, do I like this? Do I want to show the primary color? It will show right away the actions, the changes made, and I can even customize this even on a deeper level. If I have design skills, I can go like, okay, the background color is this, the surface colors are these. When people click or hover, I can choose like
yeah.
if the buttons are rounded or squared. So yeah, it's very
Granular
customizable.
control. Granular
Yeah,
control. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. We love that. Yeah, we love that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Anything
that's
else you want
great.
to see in more
I think
details?
that we saw more than enough for today. We don't want to overwhelm people with really
Yeah,
unlocking the whole power of Bettermode today.
yeah. If you want to discover more, the best way is jumping inside the tool and playing with it, and also make sure to be part of the community, because then if you have any questions, they will be able to help you throughout the process as well.
Yeah, I thought that you were going to say if you want to learn more about Better Mode and no code, just search on YouTube. Yes, no code, my channel, and you will and Caio's channel, and you're going to learn
Yeah,
more.
that's not a bad idea as well. If you want to reach out to me, I'm more than happy to help as well.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, Better Mode time is out. That's great. That's great. Thank you, Caio, for this walkthrough. It's exciting, not only to see the kind of end state of what you have built, but also you took the time to show us, the internal kind of backend behind the scenes, how everything was built, and which
Mhm,
things were kind of useful for you or easy to use while you were building. That can enlighten all the other potential new users to understand the value, of better mode. Yeah, we are happy of like the current state, but of course, not the platform is in continuous evolution. Now we
mhm,
have already yesterday, last night I got a message from one of the product leaders said, "Hey, we are prioritizing this, and that. Give me your favorite." So I was sharing my boat there as well. So
mhm.
yeah, exciting things are coming. So be sure that things will get better and better this year. All right.
Yeah, awesome.
I have two final questions before we wrap. We did
Mhm,
good time today.
mhm.
Well, you say a bit, but would you recommend better mode to other no-code creators or operators?
Yeah, of course. I'm using it, so why not?
Okay, that's great. Any powerful reasons that you want to just like as a kind of wrap up idea? Why would you recommend better mode to other no-code creators or operators?
Mhm. Well, I recommend it to other no coders out there because of its flexibility. Like you saw, it's really easy to build things and it's very customizable. So the fact that you can build things faster by dragging pre-made components, but you still have a lot of flexibility changing them to your desired taste and needs, is key to me, I think, because that's the best combination. You don't have to build anything from scratch, but also you can change anything you want to change, because
Yeah,
sometimes you have some or not the other. Sometimes if you want to get things to the exact level of customization you want, then you have to go to through the complex route of building everything from scratch. And with better mode, you can start from something, but still change anything you want to change within that component and context and environment. So it's both best. It's the best of both worlds. You don't have to build everything from scratch, but you still can achieve the things you want to achieve because you have flexibility to customize it to your desired needs and taste.
Nice. That's a good pitch. I'll take note. Maybe I need to start using that when I'm reaching to partners as well. And where people can learn more about you or get in touch if they want to work with you.
Yeah, awesome. Well, you can go to my Bettermode platform, calderari.com.br. Maybe someone can put the link here somewhere. And you can also find me on YouTube, youtube.com slash at Calderari Caio, which is my name and surname. My name is Caio Calderari, so it's Calderari Caio. So yeah, you can find me on all social networks under this same handle, Calderari Caio, or through my website, calderari.com.br. And
Yeah,
I'm gonna be happy
that's great.
to talk to you if you wish to reach out. Don't feel shy
Yes,
or
we are
afraid.
going to start sending you better mode projects, man. So stay tuned.
That's
Stay
awesome.
tuned.
Let's do
Stay
it.
tuned.
Okay.
Stay tuned. Okay. Well, Caio, I think this has been an exciting interview, show and tell. We did a bit of everything today.
Yeah.
Was amazing to understand how you ended up, in the no-code world. How today is your business. That's also impacting for many people. It's not like, no, this like playing around. No, it's like a proper way to run a business, a proper way to serve others and help them, in the end, tackle different problems. So I'm really happy to have had this conversation with you today. We are almost wrapping up. So I just wanted
Mhm.
to remind everyone, you can visit bettermode.com /templates to see all templates we have available. At this stage, we have job board template, community template, product and SaaS help center and knowledge-based templates that you can get up and running in just one click by visiting bettermode.com. So you can, of course, check the link that will be on this video description. And if you have any questions, just join our community, bettermode.com/hub, and I'll be there giving you a warm welcome and then answering any questions you may have about our product and the platform. Caio,
Awesome.
and that's it
Thank
for
you so
today.
much
Thank you
for
so
the
much again.
opportunity. Yeah.
This was so great. I'm really happy. And we are going to be releasing this very soon. Okay?
Awesome.
Thank you everyone for attending today. Speak soon. Bye bye.
Bye.